Alright, next thing we're going to do, we'll go on here, the next part of the video, we're going to worry about this knurled screw that's used at both ends of this. It's not much to it. We're not even going to worry about the medium diamond knurl on there. We'll call it out when we make drawings later on. But we are going to make a couple of posts with chamfers on it. The threads in AutoCAD are kind of, it's not even worth the time to do it at this point in your development. So we'll go back over here, and I'm going to start with just creating a circle and make a diameter there. And I've already forgotten what that diameter was. 0.5, and this was a 1032, so we'll make it 159 also. So that's 0.5 diameter there. That thickness was 0.25. So I'm going to extrude this one. Oops. Click extrude. Sorry, my bell's going off. Go that way, 0.25. I'm also going to go ahead and create a circle, and I'll do it right on the same center point right there. That is 0.159. Doesn't have to be perfect in this because we're just calling it out later. And we're going to extrude that. 0.88 was the distance on that one, and union those two things together. Alright, so we've got that done there. Oh, it did have a little chamfer on both ends, 0.03. So we'll go here, put a chamfer on that here, and right click and enter, and enter. We'll click this loop, and I think we can click that loop at the same time. Maybe not. If not, we'll just do a second. So we'll click this one this time, and we'll go from there, enter, enter, click this loop right there, right click and enter, and it adds that to it. So now we've got that in place. Now that's in place two places, so I'm just going to click copy. Where's copy? I don't do this enough anymore. 30 years of experience and forget how to do it. Now this is an interesting thing, because if you noticed on this part right here, there's a screw here, and that screw actually goes through to this, right? So it's missing some information, which we'll cover in just a moment. But we'll make this drill rod here really quickly. So that's a diameter of 0.12, and it's 1 inch long. It's got a nice point on it for making that etch scribe there. So what I would do is this: I would go through here, change this to front, and I'm going to draw a line that goes. Let's just go ahead and look at it this way. Alright, I'm going to turn this way. I got a hole that's going to go through there. I'm going to draw a line that goes up 1 inch. So I'll go 1 inch straight up with my ortho on, right? And then I'm going to go over, not 0.12, but I'm going to go over 0.06, because that's half a 0.12. And then I'm going to come down some arbitrary length, and I might go down, say 0.6 is good, and then make it connect there at the end. Right. So now that would be okay if I did that way, but what I want to do is I want to do p-edit. I'm going to make it a polyline. Right click and join these other parts to this. So we've done this a couple times, so you should be okay with that. And then I'm going to use the revolve tool. Click that, right click, enter. Those are my two endpoints there to my axis, and I'm going to put in 360 degrees. 365 would work if you wanted to, and that's it. So now I've got that point there. Now this is where it gets kind of interesting. We've got all the parts to our assembly. We're ready to make an assembly drawing, but we just got to line everything up. So I'm going to move this part right here from that center point to this center point. And that should line that one up. So I'm gonna since I want to explode it, I'm gonna actually back this up to give it a little bit of space between the two things. This one gets really interesting because I want to try to line this up the same way, and I can't find a center point to put that on. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go back to my original center point right there, and I'm gonna move that back 0.5 because that's what distance I had, and then I'm gonna move it straight up and kind of out of the way, not really out of the way, but so it's lined up as part of the assembly. So that's how that goes together. This one, I think we can move this one from this point right here to the center point of that one. So that lines that up. And now this one is where it gets really, really interesting, because I'm going to rotate that part. Oops, yeah, I'm rotate it. You can do it with the 3D rotate if you want. There is, you just got to select the right ones, and I'm going to select in here the green one and make it go so it lines up that way. Alright, and then I'll move this from the center point right there to the center point of this one. But notice, alright, the way this is going to work is this part's going to go down through that hole, and this screw gets screwed into this part right here and holds this part in tight, right? So we've got a slight problem in that we never added this in there. Now this does not tell us that it's there, but now we have to know that there's a threaded hole right there. So we're going to add the 0.159 hole in there that goes just a little bit deeper than 0.25. Alright, so we'll go into this right here, change this to the end. So we go UCSR, put a circle from the very, very end right there. The diameter is 0.159, and we're going to extrude it farther than, oops, I'm going to click extrude, clicking on the wrong things. Click extrude, and this is going to go out beyond 0.25. So if we went, say, 0.4, it's fine. Alright, and then we're going to subtract from this part. Alright, now if you were getting real technical, you would put points on the end there with drill points and stuff like that, but for our purposes, this is okay. Okay. Alright, that gets us through the other parts that are on there and gets everything lined up the way we want it to be lined up for our assembly drawing. I'm going to stop this video now and add it up there so you can see it, and then I'll come back in and we'll make part drawings and then assembly drawings.